Oh, testing, testing. What's going on, guys? Hello, Phil, Pauli, Mr. K. Scheduling streams is apparently not allowed in Germany. That can't be real. I mean, I guess it can in Germany, but really, that's crazy. I don't think I'll be reading any books on stream. I prefer watching videos to reading books. I prefer listening. So, what's going on, guys? What is up? Hey, we went down to 6 concurrent viewers. It said I had 13 and then I started the stream and then it said 6. Hey, bully. What's up? Not sure what we'll do today. I guess we'll start with a replay. Alright, let's check this one out, because this is a new map. Hey, Pablo. What's up? Oh, we gotta download a patch. Is the Guile boot camp any fun to watch? I haven't seen it. I'm sure some of the people watching have seen it. Lobby sim problems. No such problems on ladder. You never get to the lobby. That sounds... doesn't sound that intense, I would say, bully. The 5th video from Astartes. I don't know what that is. So I guess that's a no. Astartes is that 40k? As Pauli is I've played some 40k games. Dawn of War stuff. Yeah, Dawn of War is the Dawn of War RTS is very good. I wasn't aware. I guess there's some video series going on. Is this the long 1v1? No, it's not. It's just a not a super long one. Hello, AF. Hey, Plasma. $40k is much bigger than Dawn of War. It's pretty extensive. I had some of the little models at one point, many years ago at this point. Okay, so this map is this. this Petric's map? Petric's new map? So we had a couple new maps because of a competition. It is, right. Yeah, I haven't seen any games on this yet, so this is gonna be interesting. Oops, idle. I gotta turn down the music a bit actually. And maybe point the microphone at myself. Mechs are too hard to see. Well, he clearly has done something. Like see here, he's picked out the specific mechs, so they're not on a white background. Oh, he didn't do it here though. Yeah, it's definitely on the white background. It's very difficult to see them. Otherwise, it's not. Well, I guess because it's such a big map, when you zoom out, you can't really see these dots. A weird looking map. Oh, do I see some kind of face here? Red is way ahead. That would be impressive. But yeah, no, we have some civilians in the middle. Anti-air. So you can see, actually, I can tell the anti-air is to stop immediate like anti-rush airfight sort of stuff at the very start of the game, which is nice. I quite like that. John, gonna start doing something useful. Do it tomorrow. Ah, yes. There's always tomorrow. We hope. Mantis being very idle and also not even next to the engineer, so if something was to come, it would be successful. Hate anti-rushes. Yeah, I mean, there's certain maps where it's extremely bad, like what's maybe the worst? One of the worst ones would be Stella Maris. That one is appalling for anti-rush. So transport drop, and he doesn't have to worry about being instantly chased and killed by inties. Quite nice. So transport and engineers on board is already a big investment. Yeah, pizza, yeah. That's strange, Mr. K. Watching in 360p would be difficult. Difficult to see some of these things, but yeah, looks like Thomas already has more mass. He didn't drop to this. This looks like that's obviously some terrain blocking. You have to walk around, so this seems like a good drop location for sure. But he's choosing to drop further away, but these are also the locations that are, well, which way should you drop? I guess this direction makes sense because there's a lot of mexes that are quite spread out. There are groups of mexes that are spread. And there's also a little plateau here. It's kind of sad to have this engineer trapped up here. I don't know what he's going to be able to do now, so it's sort of a waste. Nerf inties. Yeah. Touching inties feels like touching engineers, you know, in terms of balance. It's like such an important unit. How do you mess with it without messing with it in a horrible way? But, you know, I always thought that mappers can be the solution to a lot of problems. And I still think that. Yeah, he could make an air factory here. It looks like he can actually grab a couple of the rocks, so that'll be something. There were two Indies chasing this transfer. They don't catch it in time to kill it, but they do stop it from dropping those engineers in any better locations. So 3 engineers trapped up here now. They can build a hydro, and he's going to build an air factory, as actually John suggested the other NGs could do. So one is going to get some reclaim, the other is going to get the hydro, and oh no, now we see a big difference in the economy. The mass looks the same, but Blast has 340 power, Thomas has 640, and he's about to get a hydro 740. He's going to be basically double the energy economy of Blast. So it seems like Blast is just completely messed up in terms of forgetting to make power, and this game should be a win already for for Thomas. Honestly, just looking at that one instance, that one number, it's quite an important number. Should get to hydro soon. This one is quite far away, this one is closer, and he has a couple of engineers. Other hydros, this one is a ways away thanks to well, he's building a factory first. Yeah, I think Blast is fucked, really. Excuse my language. Let's see his eco. Well, he's not stalling, but he does have his air factories paused, and he has 2 of them. These engineers should probably be making power as well. He's got to catch up. Let's see if Thomas is wasting power. He actually is right now. It's maybe a bit slow on certain X's, but in general his expansion has been quite quick. Quite decently quick. He's not... Yeah, he actually doesn't need all that power right now. This is a very nice balance here. He has an energy storage as well. That's going to help him balance more as well. A lot of air factories. So he's going heavy air. And that's going to pay dividends because of the power problems that Blast is under right now. So yeah, it's going to be tough for Blast. Both of them Cybran, both of them on T1. I suspect T2 Air will be the first choice. This is a map, I mean, this is really a map for the top players. Because let's see how many mexes Thomas has right now. 33. 32. Oh, because he's just upgraded and wanted to T2. It's a lot of mass very quickly, and there's still quite a few more mexes to get. But I think T1 spam, you're gonna have to make a lot of T1 spam at the start, but we're gonna be seeing higher techs. I would have expected to see it coming already, actually. Bit of T2 air, some T2 land. I imagine the faster T2 units would be pretty useful here. This expansion has been completely denied. Quite painful. 6 dead mexes, and the Hydra will also die. These mantis are too far away, and look at how many mantis he's retreating to kill 4 mantis. 21 mantis retreating to kill this, and the expansion on this side also dying. So yeah, the prediction I made back when Blast had only 300 something power was well, he's really suffering now for it, and he's still quite low on power, so this game looks to be a bit uninteresting when you struggle. Oh, hi Roy, when you struggle to balance eco on 6 makes Astro game. Yeah. This is going to be a little tougher to balance on, I would say. Where's the reclaim on this map? It seems to be reasonably... Well, it's a bit limited. We have some T2 wrecks a bit spread out here. This is quite a nice patch, although that's not... It's not rocks mainly, it's... Well, it's rocks. Oh no, it is rocks actually. And some trees. More trees under the water here. Looks quite pretty. Also looks like you can't hide in there. I'm not sure though. Let's see what Thomas Hyatt sees. Yeah, you see the intel difficulties on a 20x20 map. Like, look at this, an air scout only giving this much vision across the map. I mean, normally they give you a huge amount of intel. As it is here, he has quite a nice view around the place. A 2-1 radar gives decent coverage, but again, there are massive gaps for Thomas. Probably needs... It looks like he has no land scouts. He has 7. Only 7, so... For 155 Mantis, that's a bit low. What would I do is blast... Or I wouldn't quite notice yet. No, I would notice. No. He knows, and I would definitely know how badly this is going. I would probably just feel very sad, disappointed in myself. That would be the first thing, and then I would probably try and do a snipe. Probably go for a snipe. Maybe go for, like, try rush T3 air, or I don't know. But he's very limited on mass now. Missing so many mexes for a lot of the game. Missing this expansion is critical. Oh, there you go. Yeah. Blast moving forward. Oh, he's aiming for the T2 radar. A valuable target to take out. Let's see the T2 radar. Yeah, it's decent. You can see quite a bit of air for Blast, but surely not as much as Thomas. So many inties. And I suspect he's... Well, I expect him to be going to T3 land, but... No, he's staying on T2. He's making rhinos. Making Corsairs as well. There goes the T2 radar. A critical blow has been struck. Thomas aims to take the corner. I fear for Blast's safety. I think maybe Corsairs will coming for him shortly. Hey, burned. Up to 933 in ladder. Not bad. They actually spotted each other. That's amazing. On a 20x20 map, they literally just spotted each other and started reclaiming single engineers. Crazy. I feel my frames lessening. Who pays attention to that small detail? Well, you see, it's a big psychological victory. It's not about the nominal value, but the psychological impact. Yeah, that is important, Jose. there's not a lot of dead space on the outside. Like if you compare it to Pizza or Bermuda especially, there's dead space in these corners, a little bit of a border around most of the map, but generally it's all in play, and mechs is spread right out to the edges of the map generally. Hey Soviet. Yeah, I think it looks good. I'd like to play this map. NG Wars above Mantis fights, yeah. And it looks like Blast has won a big fight here, but not sure how relevant it will be. He's about to suicide some units into T1PD, unfortunately. He's lost his Medusa, and the air fight was completely lost. And now he's under attack from a few Corsairs, and I kind of expect them to finish him off. Yeah, you do, Blast, unfortunately. I mean, it was a few minutes in and Thomas had 600 and something power and you had 340 power, so at that point I was like, I think Blast is doomed already, but yeah. Yeah, wasn't great. Have you played, was this the first time you played it? It's probably like at most the second time. Yeah, the first time. There's never a bigger difference than between the first time you play the map and the second time. And that is it. Yeah, I think you just didn't build energy at the start, basically, was the key problem. So in the end, not that interesting a game, but an interesting map. And this is the map. Yeah, I've also that is the term. But I do quite like the look of the map. There's certainly no map that I can call to mind that's similar, which is what we like. Different maps for different gameplay. It wasn't uninteresting because it was over too quick. It's just uninteresting because it was one-sided due to a simple error at the beginning, I'd say. Oh, okay. Struggle on Abor. It's a tough enough map. But Abor is very spam heavy. T1 spam, T2 spam. Air might be too strong here. Well, I mean, air on a 20x20 is always going to be powerful. Can't escape that, but in this case, I wouldn't say air is more powerful on this map than other 20x20 maps, like by default. Not from what I've seen. Yeah, that sounds right, Blast. Because I'd say on this map, here, let's see if we can find another game on this. Let's maybe drop it down to 1800. See if we find another game. I see a lot of games instantly quit on this map, so that's disappointing. Should we watch the 1 hour 20 Yeah, screw it, let's do it. It total air control but lost eco. Hello, Williamson. Yeah, true, Aaron. So, 1 second. Alright. Okay, so what was I saying? Yeah, I don't think air is gonna be too powerful here. One of the reasons why is that the map is very open. So land doesn't have a lot of terrain to block it and effectively make the map larger or screw with pathfinding or restrict movement. Which obviously air doesn't have to contend with terrain anyway, so if you have a map like Polar Depression where there's a lot of terrain blocking unit movement, that helps the air to be more impactful and effectively even faster than it already is. And in that last game we saw that, I mean, air ended the game, but that's because we had a very far forward vanilla ACU and a total lack of air control and no T2 land to supply flak, so... And obviously it was already one-sided, so that was really just a convenient way to end the game. I don't think it's indicative of air being too powerful. And not that I'm saying that you gave that opinion because Blast died to air either, though. So... T3 Mex counters ASF. True. I see you're a student of Soviet Pride. Usual Friday stream and stuff. I don't have a usual Friday stream. Suppose plenty of other people do. Let's see. So a couple engineers go to Sea Hydro. It's a lot of power already, so I feel like this build is gonna be, yeah, that's not a good build. Streaming and teaching and ladder sounds good, assuming you don't. Yeah, let's make that assumption. Let's make that assumption. It looks like the hydro is about as far away as it is on Settins. In, say, the north spot, the north Settin spot of mid. Seems about that distance, maybe. It is reasonably far, and I think we just had a chat message from Thao because his he wasn't enjoying his build order. But yeah, you can't do a sort of hydro rush. You definitely don't want to walk to the hydro with your ACU, that's for sure. Also, we have an alien matchup. Seraphim and Aeon. The two less popular factions. Wonder what sort of differences between the factions are on this kind of map. Obviously the Thams are much faster than the Aurora. Aurora are gonna have some difficulty. Maybe you want to, well, I guess you have the advantage of the Swifties. That's going to be quite nice if you can make sure to abuse that properly. Aeon aren't aliens. I mean, I guess not, but they fuck with aliens. Second air factory. Not too many land factories from TZ right now. Build seems decent, although he is wasting power at the minute. This engineer looks to have been unprotected. I would be making many scouts, I think. Many air scouts. And you want to be careful where you patrol them, that you don't run into the anti-air. Oh, does he beat you, Soviet? That's pretty good. Just because he beats you doesn't mean you can't teach him, though. I haven't seen any normal people in Supreme Commander. Between the Aeon, Cybern or UEF. Don't see any transport for TZ. Yeah, true, Pauli. You can see the scouts are running away from the Aurora, leaving the Aurora with no intel. Bit of a power stall here. Expansion. What are we up to? 24 mexes versus 26. So looking slightly better for TZ, although the lack of factories is astounding right now. That's a big issue. He has only 3 land factories. Yikes. 3 land factories. 7 for Thou seems more reasonable, but again, they're all in the one location. Not a fan of that. I think this map you definitely want to have some spread out factories. Definitely want a couple of factories here, 1 or 2 over here. Here. Well, there's no expansion here yet. So advantages and disadvantages in both players' approaches. We have 44 Aurora, 24, so ooh, that's a lot more Aurora. Now, of course, they're all still on their own side of the map, so it won't hurt just yet for TZ, but it should do in the next few minutes, especially if he doesn't immediately catch up on tanks or factories. Sorry. Yeah, if you watch Tauren, he does use formation moves reasonably often as Aeon and sometimes as other factions, so it's definitely a usable thing, but actually one thing that I've never really used, which I probably should, because in certain scenarios it's very useful. I'm drinking coffee. No afternoon drinking for me. No. Except that it's here in Ireland. I'll pass on that. On both of those, actually. Oh my god. And this is what happens when you don't have factories. Oh, really? Anti-malaria. Disinfect. I agree. T3 max time. Let's get it going. He does already have a T2 Pigeon though. T2 air done, so yeah, now he can spend his mass. So I'm quite happy to see a T2 Pigeon there. Empty bottles of Heineken. There's a few empty bottles of wine around me. I figured the map would be super heavy T1 spam. Well, I wouldn't say super heavy T1 spam, but look, you're gonna have to make a couple hundred tanks probably. But you're gonna have to transition out of that as well. But yeah. Maybe not big armies. Yeah, exactly, Bully. You're gonna make a lot of tanks, but they're gonna be everywhere. So yeah. That's the story. Forgot the password for your YouTube channel. You can do what everyone else seems to do, which is just reset their YouTube channel every time they decide to make a cast or two. For example, Mountain, Bloodeer, Thomas probably as well. They just nuke their YouTube channel, their previous one, and make a new one. Looks like a T3 rush coming for Thou. I'm gonna call him Thou because when day breaks is not really a name, is it? Hello. I presume a Polish man. I won't attempt to pronounce your name. But it looks like he already lost. I think that's completely inaccurate, I'm afraid. Why would you think he's lost? Good guess. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty... I was pretty confident, you know. You have some... Oh my god. Build some factories, man. Build some factories. No coverage. He has some gunships, and he has the Zintis right next to him as well to protect. He's gonna lose one of them, sadly. Oh, he's gonna lose the other one probably if he doesn't fly away. But because there's just a ton of Aurora around, it's not really anything to be afraid of, honestly. 100 Aurora, you can see the vast majority of them are on Thau's side of the map, so they're not even on their way to do anything useful, and so they will, well, they'll run out of usefulness pretty quickly. What was that? I missed the notification. I will check it. Looks like a lot of anti-air has just gone up to defend against a single gunship. Maybe a slight overreaction. Let me check this notification. He's lucky Thau's Aeon. Yeah, in terms of T1 spam, for sure. Reese. Hey bud, from lockdown in New Zealand. Thank you, Reese, for €3.34. Euros. Thanks a lot, Reese. Hope you're doing well. Hello, Carol. Yeah, no, we have some, definitely have some Polish Polish viewers, listeners. A lot more anti-air here as well. This is an issue actually with these T1 structures. Because they're so tiny, it's very easy to make too many of them. Like, look at this. 1,000 mass in anti-air here. Plus these guys as well, another 200 mass. Expensive. Quite expensive. TZ requires a couple more games. Well, I think a lot of people would not manage it. Well, I think the absolute vast majority of people would not manage to do anything close as well as he's been doing. Let's be honest. Clear. You can't find the mod that totals the mass on screen. Oh, you mean this thing here? Check the description. I think there should be something in the description for that. If there's not, then I will search for it, because I think it's an adjustment to a previous mod. So it's not actually, I don't think it's actually in the vault. I think you have to get it from the forums. So yeah, gunships out for TZ everywhere. He has really not lost that much map control, but certainly Thao has more. He's stolen some mexes on the opposition side. Oh yeah, Bully said Thao overflowing 1000 E is just as bad. I agree. Fully. However, I like this. I like this a lot. Probably because it reflects on my own problems. And that is, one of them is not building a T3 P-Gen fast enough. But if you can see, he's just slowly building it with one engineer. I think this is a good move. Because T3 P-Gen is fantastically efficient. So, good move economically to get that up faster rather than slower. We have the Harbs out. Transports, T1 transports are going to start dropping them. Oh, T2 transports dropped 2 over here. Now will Thao be able to manage all of these drops he's trying to make? Looks like some Aurors have finally made it across the map. Approaching 15 minutes. How many T2 P-Gens before you get T3? Well, it all depends. Like, because he's doing it very quickly. I mean, he needs more than 2 T2 P-Gens, clearly. Also, maybe, well, you can actually, he's stalling now because he's added more build power. So, this is pretty great. To get it done with 2 P-Gens is a bit much. Usually you want at least 3, but it depends on when you're switching and what the map is. So on this map, because there's a lot of mass and he's ecoing, he wants to go to T3 P-Gen first. I would definitely have made 3 T2 P-Gens, but you gotta feel how it works. Feel out the economy. And as he's making all of these drops, he's stalling power, which means he's losing a quarter of the health off of his Harbs, which is sad. But it makes sense to reclaim T2 P-Gens. He probably shouldn't at this point, because he probably wants to probably should go T3 Air maybe. Maybe go T3 Air, make a second P-Gen, and then you could start recycle the T1 stuff first, I would say. Just control K of this and get the mass back. Harb, yeah, see, this is not fantastic damage. He dropped 2 Harbs here, and I mean, this isn't great damage. This is something. Killing these factories, not insignificant, but overall, Harb drops have not done that much damage. Oh, this one got caught. It's a dead T2 transport and a dead Harb. This is where you want to land, or there's actually some eco to kill. And back here, so dropping on the front line hasn't been too effective for him at all. Gunships quickly dealing with them, with the Harbs. And if TZ can suck up that reclaim quickly, then it's going to be a net positive for him. People talking about a GC. Where is the GC? See a vagina? I don't. Again, where? Oh, he just managed to drop those off before the transport got caught. Face top left, legs bottom right. I'm struggling. See, what I see is face here. Eyes. Nose, perhaps. Or perhaps a certain kind of mustache? Maybe, I don't know. Mouth? Petrick did say that there, yeah, true plasma. But Petrick did say there's an Easter egg. I'm not sure what it is though. I still can't see the GC, honestly. Like, you mean this is the head? Hmm. Well, whatever. I think I'm just blind to Aeon. There's also several hundred units in the way at the moment, so an upside down Stingray. Yeah, sure, I can see that. So what's going on? Where are the where's T3R? Oh, on the way. Almost there. T3 P-Gen. Oh, air staging. T3 land, T3 air is done, but there's no T3 P-Gen. T3 P-Gen is... Oh, he's gonna suffer making this, isn't he? I think. Let's see the eco though. How many T2 mexes do we have? Well, 15, that's okay. I want more though. Only 15 for Thao. Any T3 on the way? T3 mechs? No? God, there's a lot of Harbs. A lot of Harbs here. Now imagine you could just make a few transports, drop all of these 12 Harbs at once. Close to the base. And that would be something. He should have air control very soon because, well, he has a T3 Pigeon now and he's going to make a second one, already making ASF. Can he afford it? No, can't quite afford to make ASF now. Should probably pause that for a bit. Also, I want to see some energy storage. Now we see Harbs again, lacking their shields, getting wrecked by gunships. No flak anywhere. No flak. The patch notes are not completely correct on the Harb DPS there, so that'll be corrected today. It says 260. It should say 160. And yeah, there's a few other errors in there. Also, the pictures will be fixed and stuff. Just have to wait for a server admin to push it. The anti-air is missing so many. Look, it's missing so many shots. What's going on here? What was the angle there? Oh, I think the gunships were maybe hovering quite low. Any tourneys coming up? Yes. There's 2v2 tournament. Oh, here we go. Air fight. I think ASF just got obliterated. Immediately. But now the Inties will win the fight. Oh, that's a lot of gunships from TZ. So many gunships. I wonder, will we see a strap bomber? I hope we do. Why does T3 sonar not counter Cyber stealth? Well, that would be useless then, because T3 sonar is basically ubiquitous after at most 15 minutes. Yeah, Roy, I basically I had already taken far too long to release patch notes, so I decided to just do what my motivation allowed me to do yesterday and release them. And basically fixed all the images and most of the typos and things this morning. So it should be basically fully accurate now. And if you see any more errors after I get the update pushed, then let me know. Oh yeah, and T3 sonar is not Omni. Yeah, exactly. Doesn't have Omni either. Excited for Loyes to beat Titans again. Well, Titans got a buff as well. I don't I think they're gonna be pretty similar. Loyes looked mega nerfed. Well, we shall see, I guess. You just see Harbingers running around raping everything. I don't think so. Well, I mean, if you just remember that 260 should be 160. I mean, yes, if it was 260, yes, Harbingers would run around raping everything, but that was a typo. Well, calculators can't always be trusted. I did, yeah, Roy, actually, I did adjust that so it's all in one place. I cut out the repeating there as well, so you're right, that was something to be fixed. These Harbs are looking to have an extremely difficult problem versus Zuis right now. And now the gunships have arrived. And this many gunships are going to absolutely annihilate these Harbs. He's just suiciding them, giving a lot of reclaim. Titans need rocket backpacks. Not this meme again. This meme will never die. But yeah, Loyes. Well, I think they're quite alright, and Actually, there was something. Hang on. Let me go down to lawyers. Right. There is something not mentioned in the patch notes actually, which I don't know how I forgot to put this in. But they have a new ability. The new ability, which is sort of still needs some tweaks, is you press a button. It's called a charge ability. And they get a speed boost. And then you run them into your targets, and then they die and have a greater stun effect when they die. So this is the ability Loyas have been given, and it needs little adjustment here and there. A countdown should be added, I think, but the idea is that you can actually use the stun ability a bit better. Well, it's not really that much micro, because you just press the button and then you just run them in, and they move quite quickly, and then they die, and it's like, well, you know, you don't have to micro them once they're dead. But it could make quite a nice difference in certain battles. How did these Thams get here? They're killing T2 mexes. Is it auto cast? No, you press a toggle. So you could also make a hotkey for it as well. Are there heroes? No. Get a commander. He's a hero, I guess. You can upgrade him. Links are disabled on YouTube all the time, so yeah, that's how it is. What did you want to link? I can link the patch notes, although they're due to be updated today, so they still have all the same mistakes as they had yesterday. Oh yeah, I missed. Sorry, Reese, I forgot. I saw that question and then got distracted. But if you patrol, then they will go into the range. If they're in the range, right here, I'll show you. There's air staging here. You can see this is the range of the air staging. If you patrol units, air units, then they will automatically go to the air staging. If not, then you select them, and then there's a button which sends them to the nearest one, the nearest air staging facilities, and they split between them and get refueled and repaired. It's not only refueling, but repairing is really the more important aspect, in my opinion. And the repairing only costs power to repair them. Oh right, okay. Let's see. Oh yeah, okay. Well, I have it already. I actually have it already done. Your way is probably even a little better, but I have adjusted that to not have to just repeating text. Alright, see you, Soviet. Don't get wrecked too hard. Thanks for that, Roy. More Harbs running forward and dying against artillery. It seems like I'm wondering what the players are thinking as they're playing. Like, how do they view what's going on? So the easy thing to think about really is to just have a better economy than the opponent. This is a very simple objective. You should always have in mind. But things like this are like it just seems to lack thought. Like, what is the purpose of sending so many harbs here? Also, we have looks like Thou is gonna lose air. Now, if you've ever seen him on Settings, he's a very good air player. And it's very surprising to see a Settings air player losing air to a guy who basically only plays ladder. T3 mechs, but it only has one storage. Sadness. More T3 mechs in better positions. Another one on the way, so TZ looks like he's doing pretty good. Thou only with one T3 mechs. Again, Settings player. No radar coverage, yeah. Do they have Omni? Who has Omni? And why don't they have Omni? Yeah, there's no Omni here. This is definitely a time for Omni. Actually, it looks like maybe... Wait, how did he win air in the end? He looked like he was for sure losing air there. And now it looks like he didn't lose air? Oh no, he did. There's like 20 ASF here. Never mind. Is there Omni for... No Omni here either. Oh. This is so exposed. This Omni is just... It should just immediately die, I think. The air fight continues somehow. Thou still has less, but it's just a very strange fight. A lot of T3 air scouts come over the head of Thou, and he's establishing a decent air grid now. That eco balance. Who's eco balance? This one? It's not the worst, I guess. What's my opinion on StarCraft 2 versus this? Oh! StarCraft 2 is a completely over-designed game created specifically to be an esport and has many problems as a result of that. And Supreme Commander is superior because of its economy. Now Harbs arrive after the gunships have killed all the mexes, but there's a couple more mexes to kill, so this is a super good raid here. There goes Omni 5 seconds after the upgrade. Wait, what? It didn't die. There's a transport right next to it. And it didn't... I'm sure I saw Harbs coming here. So... Well, okay. Do shields block reclaim? I'm not sure what you mean there. Maybe the Harb shot the ground. I suspect it shot the ground. Hi, Albert. Chirpcrat. Indeed. Let's see how much of the map this Omni showed. Oh yeah, that's such a well-placed Omni. I love it. He means, can you reclaim someone behind the shield? If the T3 energies oh yeah, oh. Yes. Wait, hang on. No, yeah, reclaim doesn't affect shield, so if you try to reclaim it, it'll just reduce the health. Although I can't recall ever seeing it happen, so I don't know for sure, but I would say they just reclaim the health and just bypass the shield. But I would actually have to test that to be completely certain. Generally units with shields shoot back, so you don't really get a chance. These two Harbs are still alive. They could have been dealt with a long time ago. So many big T3 battles going on. Now we have Othams versus Harbs. Here's the particulars of Otham versus Harb Micro. You can see the Autumn have 2 weapons. The aim for the Harb is basically to be in between the range of these 2 weapons. I mean, because they have to be close enough to use their weapon, but they want to avoid as much of the damage as possible, and the short range cannons do a lot of damage, so you want to be in between the 2 guns with your Harbs when you're fighting against Autumns. And so for the Autumns, then they want to be fully in range or out of range. Favorite RTS beside this? Well, there's no other RTS that ever come close for me in terms of how much I've played it. And I haven't really played online in any other RTS, so... But in terms of just enjoying other RTS, I like the single player in Dawn of War 1. And I think Age of Empires 2 is fantastic RTS as well. And actually, in a lot of ways, can be similar to Supreme Commander. Although that sounds very strange, I think it is actually one of the more similar ones. In strange ways. Hello, Edwin. I watch a fair few. Well, I watch the Viper and Doubt. That's great. Also, the game is just very aesthetically pleasing, which is just makes it nice to watch. So it looks like Thou has just killed this expansion. Not only that, he has reclaimed the expansion, taken the dead T2 Mexes for himself. There's a Harb on this cliff. That doesn't seem like a good place. Wow. Over 100 single player missions in a Red Alert 2 mod. That's dedication. Yeah, I agree, Roy. It's I did say to Patrick that we should probably have a countdown timer, like with one of the Control K things. So I think we'll manage that. Yes, I watched The Lord. Or The Princess, as is now known. G-Kodo. Yeah, I mean, I know what you mean. But on the other hand, it's one of those scenarios where even accidentally, I actually accidentally did it once, but it can be abused heavily. Actually, it's like some people are extremely good at blocking and don't find it difficult to block nukes with aircraft, and it's a bit of it's a big swing that's possible from a strange action in the game. But I mean, there's a reason it was only I haven't removed it earlier. It's because I am aware of removing things like that. People are wary of them, and so am I. But in this case, I think it's the best decision. Yes, they do hit experimentals. I've also adjusted the patch notes to reflect that. They don't kill experimentals that they hit and go straight to them. That was never the intention. Speaking of nukes, we have a nuke launcher from TZ. So I was talking earlier before I distracted myself. What is going on in these guys' head? How did they see the game continuing? Because I see a lot of T3 battles, and I'm thinking, are they really thinking carefully about where they're using their T3 units? You can see here massive T3 battles here, And Thou is the guy who's getting the reclaim. It's 28 Autumns in one location. How often do you see that? Needs to make use of them. And Thou's going for the air fight. I'm not sure he really has more. Looking at that, it looks relatively... Well, yeah, he probably does have a bit more, but it's quite similar. And this nuke, I hate that it doesn't have a shield, but there you go. It's great that he has a shield. Thou is going to get nuked. He is going to get nuked. And that's a ton of Nothas have just gotten destroyed. What did they even attack? What a donation of mass. Although somehow TZ has this location. It's really strange that Thou is allowed to have this. And so many Nothas just got suicide over here. Why couldn't he just use the Nothas here and actually take back the expansion that's directly next to his base? I mean, at this point, you could see a load of factories go up and T1 Arty could be spammed towards TZ's base. Where did the Autumns go? Oh, here they are. Well, yeah, I think hovering directly over the nuke launcher is less of a problem. It's not really the issue, because if you just have a SAM, as you probably should do already, next to your nuke, then that can't happen. What's this? TMLs. Oh. And one not quite finished. Hey, look, it says launching on this TML, but it's not even finished. Drop T3 mobile artillery. I don't think you could. No, you definitely couldn't reach with T3 mobile artillery, because it's a 20 by 20 map. That'd be a gigantic range. But TMLs, yes, for sure. I mean, look at how like this could be killed. These could be killed. The TMLs don't seem to have landed. Strategic missile defense has gone up, but oh, it's loaded actually. I didn't see it there, but it is loaded, and the nuke is already targeted for the center of the base, and it's going to be stopped. So many Autumns coming towards the base. He could kill the ACU. Yeah, Beetle should be interesting. Should be. Look at all these arms. Oh my god, there's so many T3 units, and I don't know why they're where they are. Let's take a look at the distribution of T3 units. Well, oh, we actually do have quite a few in the base. I didn't see them there. But that actually might be enough to defend. Oh, there's so many T2PDs. Yeah, okay, the Autumns are screwed. Didn't realize he had spammed that many T2PDs. So actually, it's quite safe, and this may turn into a mass donation. And there's so many harbs in the top, and they're not really needed where they are. There's just so much. He has control of this portion of the map completely already. Needs to group these together. Still has this somehow. Alright, the nuke is launched, but it will not land. Interesting to see the vet on the bombers. Yeah, okay, we'll check that. TZ struggling to spend his mass at the moment. His T3 mechs has slowed down. I think oh, did you look at that? Asswasher time. Unfortunately, he only has a load of T1 engineers. Some more T3 and T2 would be nice. The broken tree multiplier. Well, that is yet to be seen. I am fully ready to reduce it, but I don't think it will have a big impact at all, really. He's going for the air fight. and he's gonna waste so many shots on bombers, and he's also running into inties, which are gonna not help him. He's gonna lose air just as he's making the Ass Washer. This is a terrible decision to fight air right now, in this location especially. Not only does he lose air, but he donates even more mass on the doorstep. Run away. He had potential there to run away with that turn. Still does, but no, he's gonna lose all of the rest of these for free now. Actually, where did the nuke go? It went towards the base and was defended by this guy right here. Yeah, so that was a big error, massive error, to waste his air there. And if we look at his air grid, we can see that he doesn't really have one. He has one support factory, and so he's not gonna have air. He cannot win air back. It's not possible. And all the Othams have turned into reclaim. Oh my god. Seems to be using these shift G orders, which I dislike. Don't think it's a good idea. It seems like bombers have killed quite a lot of mass, but yeah, they all have some vet. Still no Omni. Still no Omni from Thou. Right now, he definitely needs this. Needs more T3 pigeons. Should probably... Oh, he's making a lot of strats, it seems. Strats out of all 4 of his support factories. Oh yeah, he did lose some of those older vets once TZ sent in his air and suicided it. Oh, imagine wasting this many ASF for T1 bombers. Sadness. That's sad. Right. People talking about a new client solution. It's funny. Well, there's the Ass Washer. Yeah, he followed through. He decided to just make it anyway. Here's what I'm thinking. Maybe he just uses it as though it's a nuke. Gets one pass right here. Kills everything. And maybe with the T3 Pigeon explosion, he'll kill the SMD as well as the air grid. And let's see. Oh my god. He got a drop. But he dropped so close to... Oh, he missed. Oh, he didn't. He didn't kill the air grid. And he didn't kill the SMD. If this PGen had died, this would have died as well, and then I would have said, I'm pretty sure TZ is in a good position. Holy shit. God damn it. Even if he had like 2 strats, one strat, he could have done it. And yeah, if you control Cade on time, which I'll admit he's probably never had to do that timing before. I don't think I have. So it's a bit much to. You can't expect someone to do that if they've never done it before. But it was definitely possible to control K this at the right time. Should have gone with Itolta. I mean, nah. Maybe, maybe not. Yeah, basically, Albrecht. Yeah, it does. They just follow each other and land in the same place. As far as I know, maybe the Aswatcher, you can't time it perfectly, but maybe it'd fall a bit late after the further than the bomb. Gun nano restoration field. I think just gun and restoration field will be the main difference. Nano, of course, will play a role later in games too. Splash, teleport, yeah. Yeah, the old Seraphim telesnipe. Another nuke launched. Where's it aiming? Here, maybe? I mean, there's not really good targets. Oh, wait, this is... Oh, yeah. We have T3 mexes here, so this will be dying. Oh, there's a lot of stuff here, actually. So many T3 support factories. Those are not cheap. I mean, and he has 2 half-completed P-gens as well. So that's 10,000 in T3 factories and a couple of P-gens that are on their way to being completed, and all the engineers. Another 3,000 mass there. Oh, and even more, another 3,000 here. So that's an effective nuke right there. Oh, rip all those ASF again. Where did the strats go? I never saw where they went. Maybe they haven't been used yet. I see a couple here. Still, the nuke is unshielded, so that should probably be a target. He didn't quite get everything, but almost everything. Very nice nuke. Let's see how much damage it's done. That was the first one it landed. 25k damage. The first nuke did nothing. Hello, Figgin. And Phil, half-arsed arsewasher indeed. Oh, there's the strat. What did it drop on? That's so strange. I just saw it flying over the base, but I didn't see anything get hit. Yeah, he could have baited the ASF, but I still think it's difficult to ever get more than one pass. So he got his one pass anyway, so the bait probably would have just made that one pass a bit easier and safer. Could have gotten 2 passes potentially, but I doubt it. I hear the Itholta. Oh, this Itholta finishes just in time as an army of Harbs arrive at the base, and they're going to turn into tasty reclaim. Same as the strap bomber that just got reclaimed. Not exactly the best micro to get completely surrounded, but he is going to kill all these Harbs. So it has a few Othams there as well to help out. This is crazy. This is one of the main problems with Othams that is really extremely difficult to fix. It's pathfinding. It's just the nature of how the unit was constructed, which is small, which is low to the ground and flat and wide, and just the formations they try and make are just Not pretty. It's very difficult to ever fix that, unfortunately. These Shift G move orders bother me greatly. Harb's getting into the base. Not the air staging. Not the air staging. No, you can't have different... Pathfinding is pathfinding. That's just how it is. It's not ideal at all in this game, but it's not really ideal in any game. Oh my god, the ASF. How long can this go on? Why did he say rip ASF? Why did he do that? He could have killed all of them. No. Lawyers would eat FAF if they modify the XE. Well, I shouldn't tell you it's been done already then. He is back in the air game. Things in the engine have been adjusted, but adjusting pathfinding is something that is not really on the cards. As far as I'm aware, if I had to guess, it won't happen. I wonder, will he rebuild this base? Oh, seems like he is. A single engineer has been dispatched. Is there another nuke on the way? Oh, he actually, a strap bomb landed on this thing. And we have, oh, he's making T3 ACU, I think. Another nuke, almost there. Xbox version had fixes in pathfinding. Oh, hello, Mazer Noob. Mazer Noob, you gonna bring back the Python client? I haven't played this map, no. I have not played this map yet. It's quite new, and I actually haven't played in like a month, so yeah. The nuke has killed as much as the chicken bot at this point. Congrats to the chicken for matching that. GC is completed. Nobody making any use of sniper bots at all. Oh, Strat's going down for free. I feel like we're seeing a lot of wasted Strats here. They could be extremely useful. So much mass and another ass washer's planned. I love it. Yeah, I did see quite a bit of discussion about Python client as people have oh my god, T3 Max is dying to fervors and Aurora, mainly fervors. PDs. The beauty of PDs on a map like this shouldn't be understated. Yes, they do, Phil. They are volatile structures. I should say volatile, right? When I click on it. Oh no, I have to be in the game to see that. They are volatile. Why go back to Python? Well, I don't know. Maybe we shouldn't go into this. I'm still using Python. So, yeah. I went to Java for the Java client, download client for a while. but it's just things I think are better done in the Python client. Also, the Java client has had serious issues with absolutely well, maxing CPU cores in the middle of games, and that's a pretty major issue. Also RAM problems, like a lot of RAM usage, maybe memory leaks, although I'm not a coder, I don't know the exact terminology. So yeah, but basically Strogo has kept the Python client alive till now. Nice hard drop into the expansion, racing past the fervors. Oh wait, we can see the question about reclaiming straight onto the health shield. Obviously has no impact. Yeah, Java memory problems? No way. But yeah, so I'd be happy if the Python client comes back. Also, the Java client does not support 32-bit, so a load of Russian players especially can't use the Java client because their machines are 32-bit. That's another issue. So I think people have after you know listening to so many devs talk about how shit Python was, now people are talking about how shit Java is. The Java client, I mean, I say Python Java, I don't mean the languages necessarily, although that was also a discussion topic. Rip those NGs. Yeah, Oracle changed something, so yeah, the DJ Stoichkov. Three dead T2 mexes, but most importantly, will the T3 mex die? I think it can be saved. Or can it? He's microing. Rip. Almost 5,000 mass killed on that Harbinger now. Insane. Can't switch back and forth. Yeah, well, you see a lot of the devs that were... I mean, there's the reason to move to Java client was because there were more devs for it and no devs available for Python, but now a lot of the devs who were available for Java are not available to develop the Java client anymore. So this is an issue. We're approaching 0 Java client devs, so you know, as the number of devs approaches 0, possibility of future development also approaches 0. So maybe new people who come onto the project will prefer to work on Python than Java, and at that point then Python could possibly become the client again, but also people have bigger ideas to make a different sort of client. But again, building something from scratch is always a temptation for a developer. This game is still going. TZ hangs on. Thou struggles to know how he can end this game. He has a single GC at the moment, which doesn't seem like very much. 2 with ultis here. Yeah, Mason. Exactly. Well, I don't think anyone wants to do it often. And I don't think... I think if the Java client is abandoned, then it will be abandoned forever. Don't think there's any hope of that coming back, actually. So... I think that's pretty... You could safely say that. Yeah, we are fractured already with 2 clients, but also... Yeah, exactly. What Mazernoob said there. Mazernoob is IKKPL, by the way. Another Polish viewer. Everyone can still play together with 2 different clients, so it doesn't actually fracture the player base at all. They have the same chat, same games available, just different software to interface with the server. TZ tried to defend that drop by taking up one of the 2 on factories to T2 and then walking as she's over. I hope he did, because that's fucking hilarious. This is still dead. How does Tau still have this? A few T1 tanks would take it back. Only reason he changed was to upload. Yeah, you can't upload stuff on Python. Yeah, this is true. There are key features missing. Oh, it's 4 vets on this chicken bot. Oh my god. When do you get to see a battle like this? I'm glad I'm getting a new PC. I'm really glad. No, the fully vetted chicken bot just died. Well, almost fully vetted chicken bot. And now the second one is gonna die. But I feel like the GC is gonna die as well. It's gonna get a vet level. Oh my god. This is insane. Oh. There it goes. Look at the mass. How much mass is on screen here? 129,000 mass here. On this one screen, let's zoom in a little bit. 100k. 100k here. Ridiculous. T3 NGs, yeah, dispatched to reclaim. I think they should first build like shields and T2BDs. That would be first thing, and then start getting the reclaim. Holy shit. Oh, don't tell me these were T3, were they? No, they were T2. These haven't been replaced. Oh my god. If it ends in arty. Well, maybe it will. Maybe it will. Ass washer. What if it ends in ass washer? Will you cry then? Oh my god. I feel like there's a lot of SAMs being built by Thao, which I like. What I don't like is that he has no mass and he's not getting this reclaim. Oh. There comes the ass washer. How does he have no ASF? How is this possible? He should have had more production of ASF the whole game. Oh, the ass washer's gonna fly into a lot of SAMs here. There goes one expansion. How's TZ's micro? Well, at least something to be desired. He's already lost 20,000 HP off his ass washer, and has now lost all of his ASF to Sam's and T3 mobile anti-air. He needs another chicken bot because there's so many harbs. The harbs should be running in here. Oh no, he's gonna hit the shield. Everything was deflected by the shield. There's one T3 BJ gets killed. This probably hasn't been upgraded. No, it's just T2. But again, no ASF because there's no mass. Thou's at Unicap. He's not anymore. He may have been when this fight happened. Or just before this happened. There goes this expansion again. Only T2 maxes this time. Medicraze with $2 US. Thank you. Good morning, your coffee. YT better not cut. Now YT, YouTube takes a cut. Takes quite a decent cut actually. But thank you very much for your generous donation. So much mass, 27k in the bank. Oh no, no, yeah. Oh. Cryptocurrency. Well, I have a. The tipping is better in terms of the cut that gets taken. It's much better than YouTube, as far as I know. It's like a PayPal account. Asswasher with 42,000 mass killed. Goodbye to the Harb army. Yeah, Medicraze. Medic. He is, well, it's a very difficult time. Hope he's doing alright. Not too far in harm's way. Oh, disgusting. That was a terrible idea to do that, but it looked cool. Terrible, terrible idea. He's now lost the ass washer. Oh god, replace it. Where's the next one? Come on. It's so funny. It's hilarious that what we're showing here is that 1800 players are not capable of playing this map. I'm sorry to say. Red has a lot more income. Income is really... It's about reclaim now. When you have 100,000 mass in one location, it's about the reclaim. And TZ has the access to this reclaim. But I mean, this is pretty good. This is nice. Nice to be taken back. Big ass donation right next to all these factories. You can see his attack moved engineers out of these factories now to take that 30. Was it 38k mass? Yeah, true, bully. It's probably. It's a small number anyway. $10 to $15, probably. I guess, yeah. That's probably it. The right number. Maybe even generous, actually. Depends on definitions. How? He didn't manage to kill this factory. I don't know what he did kill there, actually. I'm not really sure what he killed. I think maybe he was trying to catch the harbs or something. This map is really... And then there's nothing, Albert. Really what? You slept 6 hours today is a good... Damn. That says a lot. Seraphim artillery was an inside job. Oh hey, the nuke launcher is regenning. It has a vet level. That's great. What a great message to see on stream. Yeah, that's I guess you don't get to choose, very crazy. No, it's not a live replay. This is from the 6th of April. I haven't been trying live replays, but I'm sure, I mean, if nothing's changed, I'm pretty sure it's still gonna be an issue. Yeah, Albrecht. It's an internal psychological battle. Players playing this is like, you know, 1K players playing a normal 20x20 map, probably. Well, not 2K, we're watching 1800 players. T1RT is always useful. You're listening to people in Aeolus, Medigrace. You should blame yourself for listening to them. Yes, UD, I'm surprised too. It's quite crazy that TZ has done this well. I mean, TZ even won air initially. I mean, he lost it later because there was a better grid for Tau, but well, overall, this is not something Tau should be will be proud of. TZ also did better economically in terms of making T3 mexes as well, also surprising. Tau made 200 harbs, at least 200, he probably made more, honestly. Now the chicken is coming to the base and there's a shit ton of T2PDs. An absolute shit ton. Also a nuke of his own. His SMD still alive, loaded 3 times. Yeah, true, Minicraze. It is. Well, I guess it's a result of a lot of a lot of lies in the past have eroded people's trust in many institutions. So then when they have something, if they have something real to say, then a lot of people can't be persuaded. Yeah, you pause SMB at this point when you have 3 loaded, yeah. But it's hard to, a lot of people won't remember to do that. It's not something you'll have to do often. The Thulta is here and it's killing the base. T3 Air HQ is down, air grid has been cut in half. Okay, see you, Roy. This isn't playable with 1,000 unit cap. We might actually need 1,500 unit cap for ladder. That's actually something we should bring in. Might make an issue on GitHub. Yeah, it's 1k. 1,500 unit cap ladder doesn't work. Vaguely heard that 2 years ago. Alright, well, we'll check again. Vague notions from 2 years ago are questionable, obviously. But, yeah, we'll see. Maybe you're right. Everything's doable, it's just a question of how difficult, I would say. Yeah, let's not talk about the Biden and Trump. Blue team, red team, octogenarians, senile old men, eccentric billionaires, a big theater. If only structures didn't count as units. That would definitely free up a lot of space, but it's not playable with 1,000 unit cap. How many units are here? Killing my FPS. That's like 150 at least, more than 150. In Devland we call it level of effort, yeah. That's the thing, it's a computer. And computers or in software, very little that isn't possible. But some things are extremely difficult, time-wise. PC specs. Well, this PC I got in like, I made it in the end of 2014. It's like an i5 4460, which is some random i5. What GPU? I replaced the GPU once. I have a 1060 mini, 6GB is the GPU, and I have, yeah, that's, I guess those are two main things. So not exceptional. I'm actually making a new PC, which is gonna be pretty good. Should be getting parts next week. Where's this game at? It looks like TZ with this push has killed so much of the base that he should be able to win. And unless he doesn't have SMD to defend against this nuke. Oh, he has one loaded, but is there any option for some strats maybe to snipe the SMD? Doesn't seem like it. You have it. Yeah, I am getting a Ryzen. No, it's not going to be 4000 series. I'm getting a Ryzen CPU. Another chicken on the way. Where's it gonna go? Nice forward factory here. Oh, Scott. What a fantastic pun you made there. Delicate curve of the caravan, yeah. How I'm doing? I'm doing fine. Oh, Thou says he doesn't know. Thou says it shouldn't be going to here. I don't know where else it would go, but... Oh, there is an issue with nukes, actually. You can, if you move where the thing is going, you, sometimes it doesn't obey you. If you move the nuke placement... Thao did not enjoy that game. Oh, I can't believe TZ won. It's amazing. Amazing that he won. Well, it's just a testament to how difficult this map is. And how difficult the game is. Definitely, I mean... It seems like a... could be a good team game map, though. Don't see anyone else chatting. I see... Well, Scott left a couple messages and Albrecht. Other than that... It's mainly you. But yeah, I'm doing alright. Doing fine. Can you see the other chatters? Medicraze, Tagada, and Figan are there. Map is like epic flatter just for 2.1k plus. Yeah, it's a tough one. I do like the look of it, although I haven't played it. Edwin. Just lurking, yep. Let's see. What should we see here? Where Sentin casts? Yeah, I mean... Nowhere. Not feeling much interest in Sentins at the minute. Though I casted some ladder Sentins yesterday. No, I think it would probably come back into the pool, I think, Albert. I think. Damn, Roy. Sorry, Yudi. I mean, if you send me games, then there's a chance, but the problem is always that my sim speed tanks, but once I have a better CPU, it actually will be a lot more possible to cast Sentins. What CPU am I getting? I'm getting Ryzen Let me make sure. Which one? $3,700X. All right. Yeah, see, I'm not very knowledgeable about messing with computer hardware, honestly, so I don't know about undervolting. I don't even really know what that means, to be honest. Well, maybe it's already on the way, so not gonna cancel it now. What is better for FAF? Oh, it's, well, not the core count. Extra cores don't help you, really. But the RAM speed is important. Okay, relax, bully. I'll give you. See, I wanted to cast another Kasoga game, but you just quit them. Yeah, Roy. This shit's expensive, isn't it? That's why I've waited 5 years to make a new PC. Yeah, RAM speed. Check out if you look on the forums. Yeah, I'm getting 3600 megahertz RAM. And thanks for the offer. I will do that, Medicars. But yeah, like Uveso has posts on the forum about RAM speed and showing how much of an impact it has on this actual sim speed. I'm looking for games. What am I gonna cast here? Thomas Hyatt versus Voodoo? Don't mind if I do. Yeah. I trust Uveso's words. Where? Let me see if I can find the forum posts he has here. I wonder. It's just so hard to Oh, Regal Eagle subscribed. Welcome. Oh, it's not that good. Yeah, it is on Surfing Glaciers. Surfing Glaciers not that interesting, but we'll put it up anyway to have something going. Boobcast. No, you need to go to Twitch for the boobcasts. I'm afraid. Let me see if I can find these evasive posts about RAM speed. Because he has like 5 different computers set up that he's making these tests on. And of course he plays against AI, so speed is important for AI. What the fuck? God damn it, guys. What are the factions? Cybran. Both of them. How to defeat the stealth on water. Oh, guess it can be an issue. But you could win long before that. Let me see. All the posts are about Uveso AI that I'm finding. This is not what I want. Rather go Inti first. I always lose water fights with Cybran. Well, they have such good frigates. This is a bigger issue for me than stealth. Also, they're both Cybran, so, you know. Neither of them have the issue. Or both of them do. You haven't started trying yet? Well, it's time. Stealth plus cruisers. Yeah. You found a Uveso post, but the link is broken. Let me see. I think I can find it here. I'm in his messages. Post on the forum, so okay, different ideas here. One dropped to the side, only 3 engineers. He dropped one here as well. This guy didn't walk, I'm assuming. I'm pretty sure he didn't walk. Meanwhile, Thomas Hyatt drops 3 engineers to the middle and drops the side. Middle, 8 mexes, very close to each other, and a Hydra as well. Difficult to retake once it is taken. Ladder is a warm-up. Ladder is a warm-up for team games. That's something. Yeah, bomber would be pretty devastating. That time has passed. However, Voodoo now looking to drop to this side. He's gonna drop here in this location. Thomas has a scout. So he should see that before too many factories go up. Okay, here I found a post about ram speed from Uveso. There you go. 2 kills. Not exactly the most important kills, but certainly gonna slow down a lot of mexes and things. My links to the benchmarking. Okay, it's probably... yeah, why is it broken? Damn. Got punched in the head, punched in the mouth by Soviet. Technical difficulties. Haven't seen that name. I was thinking you were. Voodoo has just lost the engineers building his expansion, and he's not going to be successful. He already has less factories and now no engineers to build more, so he's not going to be successful, and it looks pretty bad. Hey, Soviet. Another 1 hour Kasoga game. Yeah, sure, I can review it, because I think this one is already lost for poor Voodoo. I don't know many craze if he is aware. He's one of the guys doing some pretty cool work in FAF. Has been for a while. Fixed a lot of mods for people, for the community. Made his own AI, helped with other people making AI, helps with people who want to make mods. He does a lot of stuff and gives some good information on computer stuff. No, it doesn't matter that much in ladder, I guess. That's true. But for quickly reviewing ladder replays, can make a difference. And playing team games. So, Voodoo was 1.7k 2 weeks ago. Wow. Yeah, Voodoo's the kind of guy who goes up and down. I mean, he was once absolute top player, but that was quite a while ago. Yeah, me too, Mitigres. I think he's a good guy. Doing good stuff. Helping people out. T2 Navy. T2 Air. No T2 Air for Voodoo. Adding some more air factories. Now I'm gonna get this other replay ready. Just uploaded your first ever cast. Let me see if I can find it. And then I can link it in the chat. I hear an ACU firing. Oh, here he is. He's killing the frigates. Killing the frigates, which are killing his T2 power generators. Oh my god. Yeah, that's not something you see every day. How in the hell? He didn't get the second one. That would have been insane. Alright, let's see. Roy, what's your YouTube name? Ah. Roy. Well, I'm struggling to find it. It's not. YouTube search sucks then. So I typed in Roy Supreme Commander and it's not working. No, he can't post because YouTube doesn't allow links. So, and I don't think I can even allow links to be posted. YouTube is just a dystopian future nightmare. But yeah, you can PM me. Here we go. Thank you. No, your replay. No links show up. Yeah, here we go. Roy's first cast. Cybern Cruiser, gotta run away. Can't shoot while doing so. Oh, I could shoot a little bit. Looks like Thomas is significantly ahead. Any pointer on UEF for Cybern Stealth on water. Well, you only have certain tools available. You have your own navy. You have destroyers, you have shields, you have frigates. And that's what you have to work with, and use scouts, and that's it. If you're talking about just winning in a straight up naval battle, you have to win that way. Force them to run away, and then they can't shoot. Nice drop here. Medusa killing some nice mexes. So yeah, also T3 sonar will cost more maintenance in energy after the next patch, so that will be, it will be a nerf. Also the Mermaid is getting a bit of a nerf as well, so yeah. It also seems like you just won't accept an answer, or you're looking for an answer that I can't give you. So, yeah. Poor Voodoo. Is this the same Voodoo from years ago? Yeah, it is. Of course, there's only one Voodoo. Yeah, you can just, you could snipe the things that give them stealth with torp bombers. That is an option. Nice formation move with inties and land units there. Yeah, he is a very good player. And at one point he was an absolute top player. Was #1 on the ladder years ago. Years ago. GG indeed. Check his balance screwed up. No, I think he became interested in other games. And also, he did say that when he was an absolute top player was when he got to the top of the ladder. He had a build order for every map and, you know, was very well prepared. But he didn't put that... I mean, you can't put that kind of time in forever. What was that sound? Right, we're opening this game between Soviet and Arch. Bleach. Or flush again. Flush again first. Full of cancer. Well, that's good. Alright, here we go. A training game. And this is the trainer. Soviet Pride. Has a YouTube channel that he's lost the password to. This Ark. Technical difficulties in the chat. Famous from a cast of a 2v2 game where he crushed with strap bombers, if I recall. Soviet Pride is Renegade 37 in the chat. Recently returned. A doctor in trying times. And so he's turned to FAF. Right, what's the plan? Second air? Yes, second air indeed. Third land. No air factory planned here. Questionable. Questionable. If you choose to make the air factory after the hydro, I feel like it's gonna be quite late. But we'll see. You are protected by some strategically placed anti-airs in the middle. He is a doctor, Medicres. Could be a doctor of anything, for all I know, but he did say he's a doctor. There's a lot of people with a doctor title. I assume he is a medical doctor. Alright, so second air. Yeah, definitely agree with second air. Only one engineer making the hydro. Seems... yeah, looks like this build isn't too great now. Let's be honest. We have a lot of mass in the bank. I think the problem is a lot of walking engineers here. A lot of walking engineers. Only one at the hydro is not great. Additional build power desperately required, so he's assisting his land factory. reasonable, but more of a... more like he's trying to correct problems that he's already created for himself. Transport coming, but you can see the hydro's mistimed. He needs the hydro already to get this transport out, but going transport first from a second air factory is not a bad plan. Ark on the other side has gonna have 3 land factories. Can't afford to make his air factory because he doesn't have enough mass. So this is again not a good build from either player. I would say Ark's is worse though. Doesn't have as many walking engineers, but he has, well, he has more engineers because he's made so many factories, land factories. But yeah, stop building this. You gotta react to this can't be allowed. See you, Mr. K. I agree, Medicraze. It does look like a good team game map. And this is crazy. Okay, 4th air, nearly 5th air. Let's say 4.5 air, and then straight for 2 transports. Come on, this is not real. You can't take this seriously. That's just banking on your opponent not paying the attention they should be. When you're training, you don't take advantage of bad plays. You try and make the best play in assuming good play from the opponent. So double transport from your 4th or 5th air factory. Come on. Alright, here comes the transport. It's already dropped a lot of engineers to the left, straight for a factory. I think getting the factory quickly is good. Dropping everything in the same place, not good. I would say you should drop 1 guy up here, I guess. Maybe take the rocks and then build a hydro. Or the other way around, I'd say drop a guy here, because it's not very far. Also, TZ dropped the bottom first, and he was able to spread out and get a lot of mexes, which might be... I think it's much of a muchness, actually. Can go 6th air quadruple transverse and get away with it. Yeah, well, you know, you gotta assume good play if you want to get to the top. Taking advantage of bad plays stops working eventually. Takes a while, but it does stop working eventually. Big mass stall here, indicative of an overbuilding of factories. There's no reaction though. It's like you gotta react. The classic advice is you leave the base, stop building factories with your AC when you stall mass. When you run out of mass, you leave. I mean, it works differently on a strange map like this, where there's not even a clear path for the AC to take. But, you know, the advice still stands. I guess this is the normal location for the ACU to go. You have mexes, reclaim, hydro. It's directly across from the opponent's main base. Cut off this location. So I guess this is the normal place for the AC to end up. But right now, I mean, big power stall now. Do we have multiple air factories? No, we don't. The 2 transports, have they been good? I think they've been decent. I'm not sure. Well, they seem to have gone a little idle, so maybe 1 is enough. Really, the bomber has just killed this engineer. That hurts. Quickly grabbing some hydros. Seems like Soviet overall has superior expansion, superior scaling. Has gotten more mass. It's a big mass stall has just occurred. And this is, yeah, here's the reason why actually. two 50% T2 mexes. That is an issue. He didn't foresee. But once he gets the rest of the mexes around here, I think he should be well able to pay for those 2 mexes, and then he'd be in a decent position. Hasn't completely neglected tanks. We have factories and expansions. We have some spam coming out of the main base, so it looks alright. Quick T2 air is good, because T2 air factory is quite cheap, and you want to get the T2 PGen up so you can scale your economy faster. AC is still in the base building factories. It's not the worst, but it's probably not the best either. This bomber seems to have killed only 1 engineer, maybe 2. No, that's a plane. Well, Medicraze, you can think like that, but he couldn't. That's not how it works, because, you know, time is a factor. So, and you can see he still got them up in time. So, yeah. Well, I mean, you know, it's just a mistake a lot of people make, where they make comparisons that don't match up. But I mean, yeah, I'm sure you do know it doesn't exactly work like that. All right, I'll see you. I'm still not gonna try to say your name, but I'll see you. Thanks for chatting and watching. Having Mantis is a nice advantage. The speed is pretty good. It looks like Soviet is maybe not... His expansion is maybe slowed down a bit. Ooh, straight for a PD before the mexes. Where's the greed? Where's the greed? I mean, it's not even... I mean, it's probably not even... You shouldn't even call it greed to build the mexes first. Building a PD here, it seems... I wouldn't do it. Can see, yeah, I'd probably just build the mexes and take some reclaim. See, on the one hand we have like double transport from a 4th air factory, and then on the other side we have building a PD to defend mexes that may never ever be attacked before the mexes get built. So, you know, there's a middle ground. You gotta have the right expectations of what a player is likely to do against you. The Mantis don't seem to have done too much. And there's quite a lot of... I think there's more T1 tanks from Ark right now. This is a nice group here, but the rest of them are not achieving too much. There's only 1 Mantis here and 3 scouts. Let's see, how many tanks do we have? 66 versus 77, and actually quite a few Lobos. Probably, I would say, too many Lobos already. Like, way too many. And a map like this, you probably want like all tanks for quite a while. You did drop that plateau with an NG earlier. Okay. Well, fair enough. That makes a bit more sense. But could you be expected to drop it again with another NG? I don't know. Probably not. Nice underwater mexes. These are definitely good to grab, because obviously they can't be raided by tanks. They can only be captured by engineers. What's the reasoning for all tanks? Well, it's, I mean, it's just too many Lobos, really, is the issue. I mean, right now, look at the battles you're fighting. You don't have intel, for example. Once you get across the map, you don't have intel, because you don't have any land scouts, which, I mean, well, you have 9, but you have basically no land scouts. So the Lobos will never shoot once they get across the map. They'll only get to shoot if they actually have intel. if there's structures in the on the radar, which there aren't. They haven't been scouted, so they're basically not going to do anything. They're very useful once you're attacking an expansion where you can see that there's a PD defending it, but other than that, I mean, the vast majority of cases, they're not going to do anything. These guys are in radar range, so they will actually get some shots away, but the vast majority may never shoot a shot. Did kill that PD, but this was a very, very good fight for Soviet. You can see a ton of dead strikers and almost no dead Mantis. T1 bombers are being, I think they're going to be extremely good on this map. If you do a Zlo style attack move from factory, T1 bombers into random expansions, it would be really good. I can see there is some use of them, which I like. They're going to get so many passes for free. Inties are going to take a long time to travel across the map, so in terms of economy, we only have 2 T2 mexes here, 2 more on the way. T2 ACU. Not sure why you're making T2 ACU. It's not necessarily a mistake, but I'm wondering the thought process. This looks like a decent raid, but with quick reaction, the factory will pump out some engineers to get some nice reclaim and get the mexes back. Gunships being used to defend on this side. Looks good for Soviet on the top side, but he has been raided. Lost some mexes here and there. Lost the corner which he had. Oh, the factory is so close to being finished, actually. Nice gunship raiding. I would split all the gunships. I mean, here you need the 3 gunships to take out this one anti-air. But other than that, you probably want to split them in all kind of different directions so they can't. I mean, it will lead to you losing them, but if you want to use them raiding like this, you don't want to put them all together because then you lose them all at once. You want to split them. Alternatively, you can use them like this, as Soviet is doing, which is catching raids, denying them, and protecting himself, and also protecting the gunships with inties as he does so. Will you get this mex? Looks like you will get this mex. This one would have been great. Look at this. Upgrading T1 mex. Hard to spot things, but you can spot these things. Why is the ancient relic playing? Ask the relic. He's right here in the chat. Bit harsh to call him a relic. I mean, Voodoo's still playing. You got your other upgrading mechs? Yeah. Sadly. But you know, glass half full. You kept the other one. T3 land. Loyalists? Loyalists? Where's the HQ? Oh, very far forward. I never like this this forward HQ stuff. Never like it. I would always put it in the base here because it's just so vulnerable. Like if he's gonna be T3 faster than you, if he has some bricks and like pushes to this location, which is basically the middle of the map, like he could very easily kill your HQ and then you're in serious issues. Who should be curing patients? Soviet, you mean? Actually, who is Albrecht? Who are you on FAF, actually? If you don't mind me asking. More gathered gunships, but they're not protected. Again. Sad to see. Oh, they're actually not getting they're not getting nabbed, so wasted opportunity there. Anonymous 1400 pleb. Okay. Yeah, single gunship versus single anti-air. Doesn't work. Gunship gonna go down. Let's see the scouting. Let's see what they can see. Well, you can tell Soviet knows how many T2 mexes you have, except for these front ones. It doesn't see the HQ that's here. Very few land units, and that's because he's already moved to T3. Massive Mastall. Huge Mastall. I mean, this is part of it, I guess. Oh, it's only 2 engineers making it. Never mind. I thought the rest of them were. A lot of mass going into this T3P gen. And this looks quite sensible. Maybe... Yeah, no, actually, it's... Oh, yeah, nice eco, actually. Nice eco, I like it. The Mastall is still continuing. I guess it'll end once this P-gen is done. The T2 factories... I wonder are there factories around that could be recycled? Maybe not. But yeah, it looks alright. On the other side, again, a Mastall. We have, time to... This, we definitely have a case for recycling several factories here, I'd say. At least pausing them. Just pause the T1 factories. Except maybe one for engineers. I have looked at a certain Thou vs TZ game. I have. That was like one of the it was like the first game I casted. It was a special game. A special game. Someday when you suck only 35% as much, you will reveal your identity. Okay. What do you mean the factories were fucked? Yeah, fine. True. There's a lot of psychological warfare going on. Somehow... Oh, now I see why. I was wondering why you only have 5 Loyas. Hang on a second. Okay, that's where the other brick went. So we have a brick drop going. I mean, this is crazy. You can't just... This is abusive. Like, I could so easily be... I mean, I guess it is unlikely to be caught, but... It's still pretty risky. Here's another one. This one has actually been spotted. It's already lost 500 HP. It's flying directly over everything, including anti-air. Oh, you engaged this air at the bottom? Okay, so you lost... You mean you lost air completely at the bottom? To get these drops away? Okay, you had a plan. You had a plan to get through. The plan involved losing air completely. Oh, no defenses in this expansion, and there's... Now the Lobos will show their value. T1 land raid versus brick drops in the expansions. These are only T1 mexes, so not exactly fantastic. Here, okay, you need the target priority mod. That's what you need. Also, we need to implement it fully in the game, but you know. Oh, don't tell me he only kills 1 mex from this raid. Big missed opportunity there. kill the gunships. Okay, might lose 2. Was this one T2? No, it wasn't. Another air loss coming. What little inties you have left are gonna die. Yeah, this is... I mean, it's only T1 mexes, but it's definitely hurts to lose all of these. What's that? 7 dead mexes? That hurts. Yeah, what Baron said. More T1 units coming for the expansion. This expansion looks so vulnerable. Loyalists really should be a bit more spread out, I would say. Oh my god, the power and mass here. It hurts. It hurts. Two T3 pigeons may have been a bit much without reclaiming all of, say, these T1 pigeons and all of these. But we have T3 air, so I guess it has balanced itself now. Loyalists are coming into the right position now to defend against the T1 spam. Somehow this Mex is alive, it shouldn't be. And the brick up here managed to only kill a couple of mexes. Hasn't been reclaimed yet though. Neither is this one. This one did a lot better. But again, I mean, dropping loyalists could be better than dropping bricks, I would say. Could be. Depending. RIP all of this build power. Loyalist's gonna farm some veterancy. Yeah, you will need this this mod. I want to implement the full thing in the game though, really. Not have it as an extra mod. Another T3 pigeon planned. Why not a T3 Mex Soviet? You know? It's really a very low number of T3 units considering... Oh yeah, oh here, we just got 3 more bricks. You were saying stuff is getting stuck in the factories. You also can't really afford all of these support factories, actually. Well, maybe you can. Maybe you can. But if you're making a T3 Mex, which you should be, then you couldn't afford them. So, you know. Let's see the eco for... Right, that's a lot of T2 Mexes. 22. We have 8 ASF now. Only 14 T2 Mexes, so big lead in T2 Mexes for Soviet. Also a SAM in the base. 5 ASF for ARC. The grid is coming. Yeah, definitely time to start reclaiming these things. The T2 pigeons. I think you're gonna have 3 now, 4th upcoming. So recycle the T2 pigeons. Some T2 support air factories. Oh, Control King and rebuilding to T3 Mex. Just don't do this in the ladder game, really. You're stalling 250 mass, so that's going to slow you down. You only have 1 ACU doing it, so I'm actually not sure if you'll build it fast enough. If you do build it fast enough, it's going to be a minimal advantage to you. But I suspect you won't build it fast enough. It might just... It will probably hurt you rather than help you. And yes, We're still making some T1 land units. We're still making T2 land units. I mean, that's a less of a problem, but... Oh, okay. We've got some T2 PD creep in the middle. Not sure what that was going to achieve. A couple of trebs are going to kill all those PDs eventually. Probably won't take too long to do. Oh, T2 units have arrived in this expansion, which still has not suffered any more damage than it has suffered a while ago. Loyas can deal with all of this. Well, they can't deal with the gunships though. Everybody keeps building T1, T2 units after reaching T3. Yeah, it's a bad mistake. I mean, it's just not how land works. I mean, it works for air and it works for navy, but it does not work in the land except for support units like scouts, flak, stealth, and then T1 artillery. Those are the units you don't make. You don't make T1. Oh, T3 gunships, but they're not protected at all. What the hell? Okay, that's a very bad mistake. That shit is expensive. Yeah, Soviet has stopped, that's for sure. That's, you know, experience showing there. And it looks like, okay, you didn't, for a second I thought you had sent in your ASF as well as losing those gunships, and I was about to say, holy shit, that's terrible, but no, you didn't. You didn't waste your time or risk fighting air there after the gunships were already dead. That's good, but that was a big waste. But finally, it looks like he will actually kill the T2 mechs in the expansion. Eventually. Yeah, I mean, you know, experience shows in certain ways, and maybe not others. Yeah, you should well, look, first you have to stop making T1 tanks. Like, once you're at T2 stage, you stop making T1 tanks. Making pillars, yes. I mean, it's possible that it could be a good idea to make some. But really, no, you just don't make them. Don't make them at T3 stage. You should have some left over, maybe, in the T3 stage, and they could actually be useful. They can be useful. T3 stage, the leftover T2 units, but no, you should never be spamming pillars when you can make Percys and even Titans. Ouch. At least you reacted reasonably quickly there. Well, you start with Titans. I mean, Titans on this map would be really good because it's so spread out and they're a very good unit. So just make Titans. And they're like a bit more than twice as expensive as a pillar, so the spread is going to be, and they're way faster, so that should not be a problem. You don't need to go straight to Percys, and you should still already have leftover units that can be used on the map, and PDs to defend the groups of mexes that you have. So right now, using T3 gunships, very good. They're getting damage done. Killing this expansion was really good, and Soviets taking a long time to take this back, so this is massive value here. Massive value. But honestly, you needed this massive value because you were falling behind an eco. What the hell? Did this T1 bomber kill both those mexes, and now it's going to get bombed by another T1 bomber? Ah, fuck. Ah, that's amazing. I love it. I love this game. Yeah, you probably had no idea that even happened. Trebs are honestly, they're taking their time to deal with this T2 PD, but they're getting there. The flak has sort of left behind the they've left the flak behind them, and they're all gonna die. And they're actually not gonna finish off all these PDs, but yeah, this. If I was Soviet, all these bricks would be aimed towards this HQ. I would say you should. You just expose yourself to an attack through the middle. Like now, you don't even have to get very far to have massive value. So, yeah, I would be attacking this way. You'd probably send them this way because there was all those PDs, but you know, it's only T2 PD. You can get rid of them, as you have done, mostly. Let's see the air. Because both of you are very even on economy right now. 21 ASF seems like less than Soviet. Oh, not much less actually. 20, 24. Another T3 PGen being built, and it's right next to T2 PGens. Please, reclaim. And please rebuild these mexes. This is the slowest rebuild in history. Did he kill these again? Or did you just build 3 factories here without rebuilding the mexes? I'm not sure. Oh, that's a big mass salt. Time to hide in the water. Ooh, 3 bricks have already gone down. Check vet on Trebs. Nah, it's not big. The Trebs have already been all sniped. And these Trebs are newer ones. I mean, these ones didn't get much vet either. They just were attacking like very spread out T1 PDs. T2 PDs, sorry. Also, I'd like, okay, yeah, T3 support factory in the expansion I like. 1 SAM in the expansion. In each expansion will be good. T3 mechs here. And yeah, a couple SAMs. Okay, I like the decentralized base. It's pretty good, but it makes you vulnerable to a nuke launcher. I think we can see gunships being very useful on this map. Look at the damage on these gunships. So many T3 gunships. It protects you versus nuke. Well, no. I mean, if you have everything in the one place, you can defend with 1 SMD. But if I have it in 2 places, I have to make 2 SMD. I mean, yes, if the 1 nuke lands on your base, then yeah, you're more fucked than if you have a spread base. But now, if he builds a nuke here, then there's two great targets for him instead of 1, you know? Pretty nice damage on some of these Loyas. Yeah. Yeah, having your E spread out is good, I think. I mean, having, like, I wouldn't have all my E in one single grid like this. That's pretty vulnerable. Sad T1 mexes. Just never upgrade to T3, yeah. It's bad to build your SMD in range of your E and 4 core mexes. Yeah, yeah. Now here's some trebs with decent vet. It could just be killed quickly by 2 on bombers. Nice snipe there with the Corsairs killing artillery. And an air fight. Oh, it's a lot of gunships coming in, but there's already 2 SAMs. So this is fool's errand. Did you know there was... Had you scouted this before you made this move? Because Soviet was prepared. Now let's see the air micro. It looks dodgy as fuck. Oh man, yeah, that's... You didn't. Yeah, that's an issue. That is an issue. And this air micro is an issue as well for both of you guys. Jesus. Oof. Well, graceful indeed. They both just bowed out. They're like, let's call it a draw, shall we? I'll go home. You go home. Oh man, this hurts. Yeah, the T3 gunships have been huge for ARC. You can see a couple. What the fuck? That one's way under the ground, but yeah, they've been doing great damage. You should bring them back and repair them. No. Fly away. This flak army, stealth flak army. Amazing. There go all of Soviet's ASF again. And a Spider, that one was started a while ago. More gunships coming in to do some raiding. There's only T1 Mexes here though. Again, all the gunships in one place means they all die at once as well. You could spread them out and be attacking this Mex, and this Mex, and this Mex, and this Mex all at once. And then you might actually kill something, I guess. Oh. So many flak. But none here. Okay, stealth. Okay, yeah, you've brought a lot of flak with you in this army. That's good. 6 though. A few T3 gunships would actually deal with those 6 flak probably without that much issue, but not gonna argue with bringing 6 flak. That's pretty good. Spider is done. Spider seems like an odd choice. I would say Spider's a pretty good choice. It's the fastest land experimental. It's the cheapest land experimental. Those are big advantages on a map. Map like this, where you have to be in many locations at once. So, how is he gonna get all the Percies in the right place? Well, transports would be the way, but other than that's, you know, that's, you gotta make that happen. A lot of people aren't gonna do that. RIP this expansion. So it looks like Soviet has done significantly better on reclaim. He's falling behind in economy now because, well, his expansions keep getting raided, I guess. The air loss has been brutal. And it's cost him a ton of bricks. It's cost him mexes. Well, I think you could surprise a lot of people on this map because it's so people are having to look in many different places, so maybe they're not going to be scouting the base in certain places as much. Does it take like 12 Percies? Yeah. Well, I'm actually not sure exactly the number you'd need now. I mean, before the T3 nerf, it would have been like 7 or 8 Percies. So yeah, probably 12 would certainly do it. Ithilth and GC have the same speed as Spider. Okay. But also, yeah, 2.5 mega, a lot slower obviously. But the cheapness though is still a big factor. So yeah, there's a shit ton of Percies here, and I'm not sure why there's so many Percies here. Oh, this is why. There's a big brick army. Nice raiding. The gunships die, but look at the damage. And there's units in the base. T2 units. Yeah, it should say 160, not 260. Know what? Patch notes will be updated today, hopefully. But yeah. Oh my god, the spider. Yeah, so now we need these. We need all of these Percies in the base. HQ is dead, so we're not going to be able to make any more. This is a huge problem. This attack up here, though, looks like it's going to be a mass donation, potentially. Yeah, it's a mass donation from Soviet, which is what I was afraid of from this whole excursion with a lot of bricks up to the top. I was kind of afraid that was always going to end in a mass donation. Bricks defending in the base. You didn't know the spider until now. Yeah, I'm not surprised, honestly. But a lot of flak here. And some stealth as well helped. Of course, the monkey has its own stealth field too. Loya is also to support, and bricks. There goes the HQ. Look at this raiding. There's a nuke launcher on the way. I'm not surprised we've seen nuke launchers in both the games we've watched here. Oh wait, no, we watched 3 games. We saw Blast, but that was early mistake from Blast, so it wasn't ever going to get to that stage. The last resort, the Ravager, will be deployed to defend against Spiderbot. It should hopefully be enough. Hopefully for Ark. He has some Percies. Are you replacing the T3 HQ somewhere? This would be a decent place to replace it. Although maybe not that decent because the spider could just run in that direction, but yeah. Big Percy army coming this way. Strap bomber killing a T1 mechs. Now that's an auto attack if ever I've seen one. Yeah, no, it's yeah, it would have been a bit much, I guess, wouldn't it? Harp gets more HP and more damage and more range, and yeah, doesn't exactly make that much sense. Well, the spider with more speed, I mean, it's already disgustingly good against Othams and Harbs. With even more speed, it would be amazing. RIP the strap bomber dying to a single ASF. Got about 2,000 mass killed. Hey, your spider got buffed when we nerfed all the T3 tanks. That's a lot of gunships. Are they going to get vaporized by flak? Oh, interested to see what happens here. We have 13 flak. Oh, some of the gunships are damaged. It's targeting the flak down. The flak is going to win though. Yeah. That's a learning experience. At a certain point, you can't attack the flak. You can strap bomb it. That's an option. Send a strap bomber in. But yeah, you won't be sending T3 gunships after a dozen flak anymore, I'm sure. You should fight. I think you should. You're not shooting at the spider right now. Your Percy are running away and they don't have vision, I guess. Which is an issue. But that spider is running into T1PDs and it's not shooting at the Percys. And it's gonna die. Oh, strap bomber will do a bit of damage to yourself, but there we go. That's a nice wreck in your expansion. Huge Percy army. I was that a bit loud? Oh, for making you watch that. I mean, you could have clicked away. You saw what was happening. I would be so scared to have a massive T3 army this far away from my base with no possibility of any reinforcements. This shit scares me. And this formation is actually extremely good. Look at how packed in the bricks are, and there is some stuns there. I mean, the stun isn't that relevant to a Percival, to be honest, because it doesn't stop the reload. But yeah, insane value. So it's a miracle for Soviet that he got this battle after donating that spider like that. But yeah, shit like this, I would be scared shitless if I had a Percy army like this on the other side of the field. I would never put a Percy army there. Well, I would, but it would be a horrible mistake. Nuke on the way. Got some assistance. Mega has started. Soviet, you forgot about the hives. Where are the hives, man? That's what you need. Oh, would you look at that? Amazing. I love it. I love when that happens. Oh, somebody killed the storage. That's costing you 9 mass per tick. Bit of a raid here. Flak plus Loyas. Gonna be denied by some Percys. T3 mexes in this expansion. Brave. Need some sneaky TMLs around to kill a lot of... There's a possibility for a lot of death with some TMLs around the map. Now this is 20 by 20, so you can't reach tons of stuff. You need to be pretty far forward to reach this, for example, but yeah. Gotta feel there's potential. How good would a Novex be? I mean, Novex is pretty good. Depends on the situation. I mean, right now, he needs other things, I guess. At some point, there's nothing wrong with a Novex. Or lawyer raids. Where are the Titans though? No Titans whatsoever. I feel like we should definitely be seeing some Titans. Imagine you get 5 Titans into this location. The death. After ML donation, rushing Novex would be good. Yeah, I mean, oh. Nuke launched. Where's the SMD? Is this another case of I didn't know he had Weapon X? Didn't know he had a spider. Didn't know he had a nuke. Oh, you thought it was an SMD. Oh. Damn. It's actually gonna kill your AC as well, isn't it? Yep. GG. Oh, the... There was some kind of... Oh, I see. You were transporting your bricks to defend against this new Percy army. Yeah, no SMD of 41 minutes is a mistake on a 20 by 20 map. Yeah, for sure. You can't, unless, I mean, look, you could have the faith in yourself that you will simply scout and spot the nuke in time, but really you shouldn't take that risk. So nuke wins it. Where are we at though? I mean, without the nuke winning the game, it seems like, I mean, do we have 99 ASF? Mother of Jesus, only 67 ASF here. I mean, overall, T3MX shows its strength. Nuke showing some power. Obviously, the spider bot was a massive mistake. You couldn't hold on to this expansion. Some static defenses would have helped. Some T3 land production here would have been a big help. But overall, let's compare this to the previous game we watched, the TZ versus Thou game. This was much better. I would say it was decently. I think it's quite well played from the pair of you. Nice use of air from Ark, but maybe not enough. Maybe strats earlier, some more strat bombing. Not scouting this and walking into some SAM launchers. It's pretty painful. But the gunships did amazing versus a lot of T3 land units around the map. Stopped the Loyas from doing too much damage. The raids didn't seem that effective. And... love this drop. Feels like losses can only be due to negligence. Well... I mean, they're always going to be due to mistakes, yeah. At this point, it's not... it's basically how it will go. Mega on the way. Mega being built away from the hives. But yeah, on this map, it's hard to... I mean, it's really just about a lot of small things, you know? Maintaining your eco, and then also just catching all the different raids, not making bad attacks like this attack here with the Percy's is kind of bad. But oops. Well, I mean, a nuke is a good plan. But you can see that, I mean, the difference in this game, there's less mass donations. I'd say that, I mean, there were some big mass donations, but less. Do I have a rank minimum? No. Not at all. That wouldn't make any sense. Select idle scout hotkey. I have that actually, although I never use it. See, it works for me. Maybe I have a different one somehow. Oh, that's the issue. They don't land. Okay, yeah, that will be fixed in beta. Yeah, quite good gameplay. Nicely done, guys. Select nearest air scout. Yeah. Wait. Let me see. Select nearest idle air scout is mine. I think it's just working for me because the game's over, so they're all counted as idle. On the Patreon, there's it's like, what is it? Like, I think it's like 10 bucks. FAF using 5G of RAM, holy shit. Yeah, it's like 10 bucks. For a replay review, this is pretty expensive, honestly. But all the people who have donated 10 bucks have not even sent me replays to review. Or taken up the lessons I offered for the higher tier. So, yeah. Yeah, drown coding hurts and better harder. Yeah, I still use the Python client, so I don't have these issues. Oops. Yeah, also having 100 ASF versus 67 is could have fought air. Crushed. Oh, look at those rays of something on the map. Where did they come from? I feel like those weren't there before. The Stars of Enlightenment? I have not. I don't know. What do you mean? Camera mode? Look up to the stars? Fuck. Oh my god. That's incredible. Psycho. Finally, the Easter egg is revealed. Brilliant. Oh. Who is that? Some random guy. Not a FAF player or anything. See, the stars are shining down. Oh, that is amazing. He thought it was Blackheart. Yeah, sure, it is. Yeah, it's Blackheart. That's what he looks like. Roy, can you give me pointers on what I could do better in Last of War? Well, I was gonna actually call it a day on the stream. Let's see. Have the patch notes been updated? Not yet. Not yet. Hopefully soon. Damn. But yeah, there you go. GG's. Nice games today. Thanks for watching. Psycho is FAF specific, yes. It's a boutique meme. Bespoke FAF memes that have nothing to do with FAF, actually. But are the highest quality. So, thanks for watching. Maybe I'll help you out tomorrow, Roy, or we'll see when I stream next. But yeah, thanks for watching and chatting, hanging out, and also the donation from Medicraze. Thanks for that. And I'll see you soon, guys. Stay safe. And yeah, till next time. Bye, guys.